Hello everyone. Today I'll be talking about the movie Book of Shadows, Blair Witch Project Part 2, or the Blair Witch 2. Let me just say this, if when you talk about underrated sequels, and I know a lot of people talk about underrated sequels any genre, no, this movie without a doubt is an underrated sequel. This movie gets shit on a lot because people be saying, oh, it's not even done found footage style, And now today people say, oh, I hate found footage and all that shit. It's kind of weird. It's like those standards. People are such fucking hypocrites. You know, but Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2. I always loved this movie, even though it was done with mostly with regular camera work, and it was like a mix between mostly regular camera work and a little bit of the found footage element added in. This movie works. I mean, and let me just say about the soundtrack. Truly, 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 this movie does make good use of good, good rock, heavy metal soundtrack. Rock tracks of the '90s era. Or the well, this movie was done in 2000, but still, like the '90s era of rock music. It's early 2000. It still make good use of it. And I love this movie so much. It's a sequel. I mean, I like this way more than the first movie. The first movie, it was good for what it was. What it was trying to portray. But the sequel to me is a step above that. It gives you more background of the Blair Witch, of who the Blair Witch is. That a little bit more talk about the Blair Witch. You got a bunch of these adults. I can't say you got a mix of young adults and adults, like older people, pretty much. And they go on the tour to find out more about the Blair Witch. Who the Blair Witch is. They meet up against people from the woods. And I meet different people. Around the town, the woods, and they head to the factory to try and explore more with the Blair Witch. You get your scenes where they're partying and something happened, like the camera or they documents are shredded apart, and like what the hell's going on? How this happened? And I don't want to ruin it too much, even though this is an old movie. But still, I feel like the movie did it so well, with the mystery, the suspense, the thrill of it. Like you've been wondering what the fuck is going on with these people. And it looked like the movie will have like flashbacks between back and forth, and a little bit of the aftermath, as you could tell from the scenes of this movie. And it's pretty much these people wrapping the scenarios like what's going on. They're seeing things. They're having visions. Is it supernatural? Is it them? Is it the drugs? You don't know. The movie's going to like play with your mind. And I feel like Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2, or the Blair Witch Project Part 2 did a really great job at it. Without ruining anything, I thought this movie was great. And actors and actresses, they were all likable. I like this, and I like them. They were good actors and good actresses. I feel like they delivered the performance real well. And I feel like, again, I feel like this movie is so underrated, like an underrated sequel, that it just gets shit on because I think people wanted more like the original. But what you wanted from the original, you got from the sequel. So I'll be wondering why people complain about it. People should like this movie for what it was too. Anyway, Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2, highly recommended it. I don't care what anybody says. One of my favorites. And to get the DVD version because it's loaded with special features.